Before the oil slump, hundreds of container ships waited near the Bay of Luanda, Angola's capital, to offload their goods at the port. Today, only a handful of vessels are visible. Outgoing President Jose Eduardo dos Santos is credited with transforming Angola into a key oil producer and overseeing glitzy infrastructure projects. But during the peacetime stability of his nearly 4-decade administration, there have been mixed sentiments about the country's development.
I can see that the country is improving, but I still can't find a better job.
I would like to know, there's a lot of money being made, but if it doesn't go to poor people like me, where is it going?
A third of Angola's population still lives on less than $2 a day, according to the World Bank. In the suburbs, gated communities built for foreign workers and a middle class that never emerged are practically empty. But at the same time, some of President dos Santos' family have accumulated fortunes. His eldest daughter is Africa's richest woman. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Isabel dos Santos is worth an estimated $2.3 billion.
Despite the fact that GDP per capita is somewhere between $4,000 and $5,000 per head in Angola, it doesn't really paint the true picture of the country. There is an enormous gap between the country's rich and the country's poor. The Gini coefficient is amongst the highest in the world, and the legacy of the war has really had a lasting negative impact on the country.
In the early 2000s, BP, ExxonMobil, Chevron, Total and others poured billions into Angola, rushing to reap the benefits of what was one of the largest untapped oil reserves in the world. At the time, the country produced about 2 million barrels a day. National oil company Sonangol controlled the industry, and oil sales made up 80% of the government budget.
Their reserves have increased steadily over the last few years. It's believed that they've got as much as 12 billion barrels of crude reserves. But I think the more exploration that goes on in the country, you'll see the country's reserves grow.
A lack of transparency over how oil reserves were being spent led critics to raise their concerns. Angola fell prey to the resource curse that follows black gold. A failure to diversify the economy left sectors besides oil uncompetitive. Finally, after expanding for 14 consecutive years, the country's economy posted zero growth in 2016. Angola is grappling with an inflation rate of 30% and a shortage of dollars needed to import products. Whoever takes to the helm after the August 23rd general election, one thing is certain: Angola is as much in need of an economic paradigm shift as a political one.